Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be answering your questions or possible questions that you have for Twisted Outcome. If you have any other questions, then please ask them in the comments down below. I will also have a link to my questions and answers skindex if you want to go to that. Most of the questions on there though are very outdated. So this is the most recently updated questions and answers sheet. So if you have any other questions, either go to my skindex or, put them in the comments section. So, yeah, let's get started. I'm sorry, I had to let my cat out. All right, question 1. Am I allowed to make a comic that involves the Twisted Outcome characters? As long as I'm credited for the characters and you don't trace my art, I'm fine with that. Question 2. Am I allowed to ask questions to the characters themselves even if they died in the comic? Yeah, you can. What is Twisted Outcome Sans' multiversal name? If he has one, does Papyrus, Gaster, and Muffet have them as well? Tossin, pronounced as it's shown on screen, would be for Twisted Outcome Sans. Tyrus, as pronounced on screen and how I just pronounced it, would be for Twisted Outcome Papyrus. The best nickname I can think for Gaster is Dr. T.O., and Muffet does not have one as of currently. Will you update any of the pages? It is possible that I might, but do not hope for it. If I do, it will be very small. It will be a very small update to it. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be updating any of the pages, but if I do, it's going to be, like, very small updates, probably, like, quality-wise. So that's probably just going to be it, and everything else is going to be the same. So, yeah, don't expect much from that. I don't even think I'm going to do that, but if I end up doing it, don't expect anything, like, severe. Can I remake your comic in my own style? As long as you give me full credit, aka linking my original comic and YouTube channel for both the idea and characters, and as long as you don't trace any of my art, then yeah, of course. What is the Bravery Soul kid's name, aka child number 1? His name is Finn, spelled wrong because it looks cooler. What is the deal with Clara? Where did she come from? Who made her? Clara is very similar to Chara and Frisk if they weren't two separate people. Sometimes I pronounce it also as Clara and sometimes it's Clara. I can't really, you can pronounce it either way. So, pronounce it however you like. Her body can be used as a vessel for players, and if you've seen the last stretch of the comic, you'd see that wasn't the first player she came upon. It is unknown where she came from or who made her, but if you've seen my music video I posted involving Clara, you would have a good idea. Can other people see and hear Papyrus, or is it only Sans? Due to the fact their souls are connected, aka bound together, then it makes sense that Sans would be the only one who can see or hear Papyrus. This is due to the fact Papyrus is existing and not existing at the same time. The only reason he's there being due to soul connection. Can I make fan art of the characters? As long as it's not an illegal ship, which I know I can't stop, or NSFW content, which I again know I can't prevent, then sure. If you decide to ignore the two things I mentioned, do not post it tagging me or send it to me via a link in a comic. I do not wish to see those drawings. How long did it take you to make Twisted Outcome? I'd say around 4, maybe 5 months. I can't give an exact time frame, but that's around how long it took. What ships are allowed and what aren't? I can give you a list of ships that aren't allowed. Anything else I don't really care about, aka Sans ships. As long as the ship isn't illegal or weird, I don't really care. Ships that aren't allowed. Sans Papyrus, Sans X Gaster, Sans X Clara, Sans X Finn, Sans X Aura, Papyrus X Gaster, Papyrus X any of the kids I just listed, aka Clara and Finn, Gaster X any of the kids I just listed, aka Clara and Finn, Toriel X Sans, Toriel X Papyrus, Toriel X any of the kids I just listed, Papyrus X Aura, and that's about all I can think of. Alright. That's enough, cat. The cat likes making himself be seen for some reason in this video. How old? Yes. Okay, how old is Sans, Papyrus, and Gaster at the end of the comic? Sans is 21, Papyrus is 19 by the time he's dead, and Gaster is 41. Can the monsters die of old age? No. Can I roleplay any of the characters? While I highly don't recommend it, I can't necessarily stop anyone from doing it. I don't really mind if you roleplay them, just don't go saying that they're your characters. They aren't. Technically, they aren't mine either, but that doesn't mean you can steal them and say you made them. I made Twisted Outcome. Maybe not the characters in it, but the story, their personalities, and designs were all made by me. Please do not take the idea as your own. Is Sans left-handed or right-handed? Does Gaster or Papyrus use the same main hand that Sans uses? Sans and Gaster are both left-handed. Papyrus is right-handed. Is Gaster the royal scientist or normal scientist? How does his and Alphys's role work in the AU? Gaster was the royal scientist. Alphys remained his assistant after the war. The Queen didn't have much use for them other than them being able to keep the core safe, secure, and most of all, running. She has more use for her soldiers than she does for them or normal monsters. I hope that helps to answer that question. Did other monsters besides the main shards that were shown survive the blast? Yes. I was just not willing to draw them. If you want to know specifics, Undyed died trying to save monsters. Nats the Fluke, of course, lived because of Ghost. Some of the dog guards survived. Doggeressa lives, but not Dogamy. And some other side monsters. Other than that, everyone else is dead, including the Queen. Was there anything planned for Twisted Outcome you didn't add to the comic? Yes, many ideas were scrapped. I was going to make a full scene of what happened in the hall with Sans. I was going to make separate endings and choose which one was canon. And I was going to do a whole montage of the many failed attempts Clara had at trying to destroy the core. This all got scrapped and didn't end up being in the final product. Only a glimpse and foreshadowing of possible resets that we get from Gaster's note in the scene where Clara is talking to the player. Does Sans have any magical abilities he can use to defend himself? Yes, he does, actually. He has the same abilities Sans has in OG Undertale, just a bit different. You see, Sans can teleport, but due to his soul condition, stop chewing on that cat, but due to his soul condition, it could weaken him. However, it's not as bad as Gaster thought it was. Sans can actually stand magical use, and yes, this was changed very recently. Sans can only stand so much, though. Anything that goes past his limit can make his soul crack. Examples. He can only teleport twice in one day before getting too tired to the point of passing out. Can only summon one blaster if he uses no other magic during the day. Can only summon 10 bones before getting really tired. Other than magic, he can dodge and defend himself just fine. Does Sans have 1 HP? Yeah, he does. How tall is Sans, Papyrus, Gaster, and Muffet? Sans is 4'9", Papyrus is 5'3", Gaster is 5'5", and Muffet is 5'1". Since I cannot draw in perspective, I was very terrible at drawing their heights, so I apologize in advance. So there's a diagram for you. Can they take physical damage without taking HP damage? Yes, depending on if they genuinely start dying from their physical wound. They start losing HP from physical damage. Wait. Yeah. They start losing HP from physical damage until they either fall unconscious or start to fall down, aka die, from their physical wounds. I do not know why this is here. There. Like Sans almost did if he didn't teleport to Papyrus last second. Why can I not ship Toriel and Sans in this AU? Simple. Sans is 21 and Toriel is a literal grandma at 90 years of age. Even if it isn't illegal in quotation marks, it's still very weird due to the massive age gap between the two of them. This goes for papyrus and 200% for the children. And that's about it. So yeah, if you have any more questions, if it's a question to do with the comic itself or a question that you have for the characters, then please leave a comment down below or go to my skindex, which I'll leave a link on in like a few minutes after this video is uploaded. I'm sorry for the many mistakes in this video. I just kind of want to record it once and get it over with since I'm just tired. So yeah, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in another video maybe if I ever make one again. So yeah, bye!